What's up, motherfuckers?
Hello.
Is there background not loading?
Yeah. Oh, it is loading. There we go.
We hit the disco.
Hey, folks. We're here coming to you live from a nightclub. This is episode 21 of the Producer's Lounge.
Yeah.
This is a podcast. This is our podcast.
The podcast.
About music production. We talk about everything electronic music production.
Yeah, what's up, crew?
Yes.
And that is, that's our shtick. That's what we do. Each week we compile a bunch of info and questions from around the internet.
Yeah.
And down the block.
Yeah.
And we present them to you guys every week on Tuesdays.
Yeah. This another jam-packed episode right here.
Oh my
man.
God.
Yes.
Yeah. So Caleb, Dave, who do we have playing in the background tonight? Do you want to let the audience know?
This is actually a photo taken from AT's most recent show here.
Yes.
It is.
So,
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen who don't know, AT just headlined his first, that's actually Mission Ballroom.
And
it's a little hard to tell.
It's
But-
he played a vaporwave show.
I played Vaporwave at Mission Ballroom.
He literally
This is Mission Ballroom right there, yeah.
he would queue up 90s
See the ball?
tracks.
Yeah, it's the ball's there. It's
And
Mission
play
Ballroom.
Yep.
So next hour, we're going to be talking about Vaporwave.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yes.
This whole hour is dedicated
Yes.
to no vaporwave.
Oh,
I mean, nothing but vaporwave.
Yeah.
nothing but Vaporwave. Dave,
Wow.
you start.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on a Vaporwave? You like Vaporwave?
I don't even know what it is.
Oh, really?
You take
No,
you take 90s tracks.
Listen, I've heard
and you slow them down.
I've heard the thing. I still have no idea what it is.
That's what it is.
I don't know what 90s tracks are though.
Oh,
It's
that's
more-
true.
I missed that
80s,
part.
I feel.
It's 80s and 90s for sure.
And 90s? Okay.
Yeah, it's.
I wish
What is
you
that?
would.
I would
All the lies that
understand.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
you
yeah.
do not
So if
want
you
to
slow it
see
Sounds like a
me
banger.
Again. It actually
It
is.
is a banger.
It is
Oh.
a good song.
But if
It's
you
in
slow
Yes
it
Man.
down,
yeah.
won't you step up from that bridge, my friend?
Oh, vaporwave.
Vaporwave.
Okay,
Yeah,
I get it now.
yeah.
I get it now.
There you go.
Vaporwave.
Hey, folks, that one's free.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Now you know.
That's free.
Yeah.
The rest you got to subscribe for. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, so you get notified
Yep.
every time we upload an episode a month late. And we're here for you every Tuesday, 8:30 Mountain Standard Time.
Yep.
That's right.
Twitch.
Vaporwave is slowed down, third eye blind. It's the moral of the story.
It's 100% true.
Third Eye Blind.
Yeah.
And they're now called six-eye blind
Hell yeah.
because they're slowed down by
There's 6 of them.
Anyways, yeah. So,
Math.
anyone
Math.
Oh,
have anything fun?
hashtag gross math.
Oh, I do.
Go ahead, Austin.
So it's a weird concept I've been playing around with, and it's in its beta state. So bear with me. But what I've been trying to do is play with this idea of like a slapback delay or a slapback reverb kind of thing. So imagine, let's just say, you have a kick drum or a snare drum in your little chain, and parallel, you have your reverb at 100% or your delay at 100%, making it delayed, like 60 milliseconds, enough that you get like a doot-doot kind of thing.
Right.
But on the second do,
The second do.
the second
The
ploink,
delay.
technical terms, yeah, the delay. I've been trying to play with the tone a little bit more. So maybe you add like a corpus to it, or maybe you transient shape it, maybe you distort it,
Just do some fun things to it.
do some fun things, and you get a really interesting tone. Cause
That's
like,
the move.
It's
Yeah.
the fucking move. It sounds
Yeah.
so cool.
It's a
Not-
shame you don't have Bitwig.
Yeah.
Oh God,
Oh,
here we go.
goddamn.
We're already going.
Right away.
I mean, he beat me to it. I was about to say it.
I know, because it's so
I was like, in Reverb or in Bitwig, you can this thing called the tank.
Is it that much faster than Ableton though? Setting up the parallel the way I'm talking about.
Oh, it's pretty fast, but Ableton's
Yeah.
pretty easy too. It's Control G.
Yeah.
Like,
And I guess
it's
not that
different.
speed matters.
It's a
but
different thing that we're talking about.
I
though.
think
Okay.
what he was
Yeah.
mentioning is just the flavoring of whatever your parallel element is. That's like the key. Whether you're doing reverb and it's in parallel compress that reverb, distort that reverb, make it so it's the reverb that's happening after the sound has character in of itself.
Okay.
And you doing that with your slapback delay is A++.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a slapback delay. It can be anything.
Any delay.
Yeah.
Totally. I will change every single one of my delays. We'll have some sort of
Weirdness.
change on it to try and make it different than
it's
the original signal.
Really
Yeah.
fun on delays and reverbs in terms of that is dumpster fire.
Oh, a little freak show
Like
industry?
freak show,
Wow.
Oh.
That thing's it can go wily really fast.
Is that the reverse one or the frequency
No,
shift
it's
one?
the frequency shifter one.
Yeah, that one
It-
is insane.
It's a little weird.
Yeah.
It can get out of hand, but
And scary.
the mix knob, quote unquote, on the left, do a bunch of stuff and then start fucking with that one because you can kind of get it to a sweet spot where it's kind of hitting a harmonic just right, and you can get the reverb to just sing in this single harmonic that you're like missing. I've done this only a couple times. It doesn't always work, but you can get it to sing on a certain harmonic, so the reverb has like a tone. So it comes after the sound, and it's just, it's like its own sound.
Right.
It's slick. I love that stuff.
Dude,
Ooh.
yeah. That's something. The first person whoever like brought that to my attention was Virtual Riot. He was doing a live stream, and he actually did it on accident, where he was trying to play with like this idea we're talking about with snapback delays and reverbs, and he added a frequency shifter, just like the basic Ableton stock one, and he pitched it up, and he like accidentally hit a harmonic, and
Yeah.
it just sounded so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it like
Ooh.
fills in that little section, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh my god,
Yeah,
that sounds
yeah.
Oh,
beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah.
Super fun.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, it's hard to. It's a good technique to try, just like when you're kind of at it, but it doesn't always work.
Yeah.
So don't. I've wasted hours trying to get
Same.
something cool like that. I'm like,
Yeah.
just distort it and move on.
Yeah, you got to basically think about it a few different ways whenever you're swapping the tone out on your delay. You can have it in parallel, most likely the way you do it, unless you're in Bitwig, and you put a EQ before or after. You could do a bunch of shit before, which is a fun way to do.
Sure.
It changes it, and then the delay hits it.
Yeah.
Or you could do before and after. It's always a good way to go. And just slap any old thing you want on there.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Hoss it.
Yeah.
Would you guys mind
Pan.
explaining parallel, maybe to our audience who might not know what that means,
And also me.
and also AT?
Sure, but we're gonna
I'm
do it
new
in
to
Bitwig.
parallel. Oh, do it in Bitwig? I don't know.
Also, AT.
Don't worry.
Look at how
It's the
nice the
exact same.
Bitwig Open looks compared to the
Okay, that
Ableton
does
one.
look really
And-
good.
It looks so much more fun.
How fast?
My Ableton's
Very
pretty
fast.
Very fast.
Wait,
Yeah, the opening is fast compared to
I found
comparatively
that
with how many plugins you have on. But closing, that's like the main sauce. You hit X and it just goes away
That's what my
Mm-hmm.
Ableton does.
immediately.
I'm
You,
sorry.
you have some kind of magic Ableton,
do, yeah.
or you're not
I
pushing
do,
your
yeah.
He
project
just doesn't
hard
have a
enough.
lot going on in there, probably.
He got the Magic John
That's true.
crack, so I mean
I
not
did.
John.
No, I paid
Jimmy
for it in
Crack.
full. I paid for the entire thing.
Yeah, he paid for it actually.
Yep. No legal
So
disputes.
No.
we're just gonna add a serum really quick. A few folks, let me go ahead and swap us on all over here.
AT, what do you think about that serum skin?
That looks like it's like 1995.
Yeah.
98.
Looks 98, sorry. It looks old
Is
as
it-
shit.
Yeah, it's
the
amazing,
Serum
huh?
98 skin.
It does look cool though. I would use that.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
use it.
It's like Windows, yeah. It's very Windows-esque.
Yeah.
So let's make a quick little guy. My favorite simple sound to make.
Oh yes.
Sounds gorgeous.
Love
Great.
it.
Okay,
Great
Sound like the
sound
Fat
for
Rat.
using a delay on.
right. So let's just add a delay. I mean, we're going to add a delay. We're going to add a delay. Don't be fooled. This is just timeless. It's just a delay.
Right.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Control G, just like an Ableton. It's going to put it into what Abletoneers call a rack. In Bitwig, it's called a container, but it's the exact same thing.
Okay.
So you have your channel here that has your delay on it. and we're going to make a parallel channel that's empty that just lets the original signal go through. So that way both these signals are running quote unquote parallel.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
Yeah.
Which is different than if you look that container and that serum, those are run in series.
Right.
One and then the next one. And
Right.
then the next one.
Yes.
Series is one after the next.
Yep.
Parallel is side by side.
Right, correct. So now that we have this in parallel, I can solo the delay. Let's get the delay all the way wet. There we go.
Yep.
So now you
Oh,
can.
it's so wet.
There we go.
Oh.
That's so wet.
So now when I unsolo it, we get them both at the same time.
You'll notice it already sounds
Already
like what
sounds-
you're talking about. Different.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do after this bad boy is we'll add what we were just talking about. Dumpster fire.
Let's go.
Whoops.
That's one Freak Show Industries plugin I have not used.
It's scary.
It's probably the Freak Show plugin I use the most.
really.
I go Mishby if I use the Freak Show. Whoa, that's crazy.
It's so weird.
Yeah. It sounds like it already has corpus or like that whole.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like a corpus with a chorus.
That's sick.
There we go. Start hitting tones.
Ooh.
That's got its own.
God.
Already sounds like rhythm.
That's sick. Okay.
I know,
that's
right?
So-
Literally.
That's
This-
dope, man.
That's
This
the rhythm
is-
tone.
This is parallel. Let's say we don't have parallel and we're just running it in series. It's much more difficult.
Well, it's not very difficult in Bitwig, but
Well, it's not very difficult in general, but it's difficult to
Nothing's
get
hard
it.
in Big Wig.
It's harder to get it sounding good.
well, you can do the same thing that you just did in Bitwig by just dragging it into the effects chain on the timeless,
Sure. Yes. Yes, that's true.
which is that little baby arrow at the top, right?
Right. But this is basically parallel, where you have a dry signal running alongside your completely wet signal. And then with the fader of the wet signal, I can get it to right where I want it to be and then
Yep.
move on.
Yeah.
Instead of messing around with the wet dry of whatever plugin is normally on there in series. So now everything on the timeless channel is 100% wet. It's just turned down.
Yeah. Okay.
So I can still get the
Okay.
full effect of those, and you can automate this to do whatever. So you can have it,
It's
do a bunch of
That's
crazy
sick.
shit with that.
yeah. Right.
Another great thing
Yep.
is you can compress the hell out of it if you want. That way you can just
Just boost it.
boost it.
do some fun shit.
Hell yeah.
Yep. EQ it, anything you want.
Yeah. You can do crazy EQs.
Oh, the EQ's fun in there.
Yeah, it is fun.
Yeah, it's pretty.
What happened?
Oh, and the high pass changes colors as you go up. That's cool. I like that.
Oh,
Wow, that's wild.
Right. Caleb.
Then you can just tuck it. Now it's just like this weird wrestling paper underneath the whole thing.
Right? Yeah.
Hell
just
yeah,
a little
that's
bit of
sick.
feather
Super
under there.
Weird. But yeah, that is the joys of parallel processing.
Real quick, will you add a delay that's doing the 5 millisecond, 15 millisecond
The super fast guy.
feedback kind of thing? I just want to hear
The,
it sounds in the parallel.
Slapback.
Yeah. But with the feedback up kind of thing.
Right.
Whoa.
The metallic.
Yeah.
So tonal.
Panning it.
Just slightly, because each one is.
Wow, that's crazy.
I love it.
Oops.
I love it so much. What if you pitch the main signal like down an octave? Or that? Yeah, do that. Oh!
Oh, that's sick. Dun, 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 dun.
And yeah, this is how we get carried away on the show.
Exactly.
But parallel compression, parallel affecting.
Parallel anything, yeah.
Yeah, parallel compressing. I would just have a compressor here instead of a
Yeah.
delay plugin.
Yeah.
But I do this with basically every spatial effect I do. Like delay and reverb, they're always on a parallel chain. The only time they're not is if I'm sound designing for a mud pie, for example, or a bass sound. Sometimes I'll put just a Valhalla room or vintage verb at like 3%
Sure.
wet really early in the chain, just so as I'm destroying it, excuse me, I get a little bit of width and spatial happening, which is easy to control because I can just throw like a multi-band after it and mono the lows or whatever I need to. But that way I can just immediately get some spatialness happening.
Yeah. Definitely.
And vintage verb is super cool on basses, in my opinion, because of its coloring it has.
Oh my
It
God,
gives
right.
like just like a 1% wet on a bass sound that's getting like destroyed is just, it adds just like the right amount of warmth or something.
I'm
Yeah.
always scared to use Valhalla or reverb on bass sounds. I'm always
Yeah,
scared
well,
It
I mean-
is a scary thing.
yeah, you gotta be really subtle with it.
Right. And as long as you know how to control it, like you know what you're adding it to, it
Because a
definitely
really
helps.
reverby bass sounds weird as shit. But yeah.
It can.
I mean,
It
if we
definitely
throw-
can, yeah.
yeah.
Cohen Sound,
80s.
little fun fact for our audience out there. Cohen Sound's favorite reverb plugin is Valhalla Vintage.
So is
Wow.
EPROMs.
Oh, EPROM gets it.
It's the one I probably see the most when I watch production videos. It's
Yeah.
EPROM
probably,
does get
yeah,
it,
because
dude.
it's so
Valhalla.
good. It's so good.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, basically, I'll have this. Let's put it here so you can hear it.
It's
Low
fat.
cut it. And then if we wave shape it real quick, just for some slammability.
Ooh.
On using the M audio.
Yeah.
So it's like way too much now. But if we just
Oh, fuck.
Perfect.
and then
Are we about
kill-
to make mid-tempo?
kill
Oh
the
my God.
You're
pre-delay,
about to.
kill the attack.
Watch out, Gestafelstein.
And this one right here, your bass molt and your size when you're doing it in at least in this way, when I'm designing a bass sound or a mud pie, the bass molt and the size are like huge.
Do you know what does the bass multiplier do?
Scales the reverb decay time for bass frequencies relative to the decay
Oh.
parameter.
That is a knob I've
Relative-
never used in my life. But
yeah, same.
It's really important for like how much like reverb is being caught up in the mids kind of area.
Oh,
Like how
okay.
much of it is kind of stagnant in there, or at least that's how I hear it when I'm like, if you crank it, there's like a lot in
It's
the
a
bottom
lot.
mids now.
Do it fully the other way.
And there's a crossover right next to it.
Interesting.
It like increases the decay time for the bass frequencies. So more of it, the bass frequencies will last longer. Less of it, the bass frequencies will die off quicker. So it's
I
all
believe
kind
it's
of,
literally just shelving the lows.
I think you're right.
Within the tank of the
I think you're
reverb
right.
itself.
But either
Yeah.
way, it can make a huge difference at like the bottom line of your entire chain to come back to your reverb. Like even maybe crank it up.
wow, yeah.
Fuck, honestly, it sounds so.
See, now it's like just
way.
say how long
It's
the
still
mids
decaying.
last. Yeah, forever.
Is that what convolution reverb is doing?
Not necessarily.
No.
This is just dampening. All reverbs kind of have a dampening or a what do they call it?
I thought convolution reverb was more emphasis on the low end, or is that just more emphasis on real space?
Convolution
that
reverb
is?
it's like a different diffusion. That's the word I'm thinking of over here.
Is that all it is? Just like a diffusion algorithm or something?
No. Diffusion is like the vintage verbs. What you call it? Dampening. Dampening like is
No, it has diffusion right there.
Oh. Well, then what am I thinking? Get out.
All it is
I don't
is
know.
so if you take the reverb you just dropped and you go in the tank and you put a EQ in there
Right.
and you do a shelf at the high and the low, all that's happening with that multiplier is it's
Whoops.
just adding to or taking away from the high and low end.
Oh, it's not making anything last
So-
longer? It's
So
just-
what's
I mean,
happening
it does
within a
make it last
delay
longer.
or within a reverb is a bunch of delays. It's a ton of delays going all together, right?
Mhm.
And so you get your original signal, and then you get a whole bunch of delays really quickly, which is making your reverb sound. Plus probably some other whatever. But if you boost, say, the lows in the delayed sound, when it does the first delay, now that first delay has less lows. And then when it delays again, because it delays itself, it's a feedback loop.
Right,
Mhm.
that's what the feedback is.
The feedback from the second delay is less bassy, and so on and so forth.
Mm.
So if you pull out a little bit of lows, just like so, he put
Okay.
some lows in the tank of this reverb, or you can take them out, and it will affect, like a little bit will affect a lot of how much it is boosting or taking away from lows.
Because it's almost exponential?
It is, yeah.
Okay. Cool. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Fat.
See, it'll make the bottom end longer just simply because it's refeeding it back
It's
into
more,
itself. So there's more for the reverb to grab onto.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So one would be on the vintage verb, one would be just like even,
Right.
giving you exactly back what you're putting in.
On the
Yeah.
on the mult, aka
Right.
multiplier. This guy right here.
Yeah.
So if you had one times, then it's just going once.
Normal.
Yep. And then you send it back 3 other times to get the 4x.
Okay.
That's why it. Or
It's
you
boosting the
send
gain.
it. You send it through,
Or pulling the
it
gain
only
away.
gets it only gets a quarter of it back into it,
Yeah.
kind of thing, and then you
Right.
can choose where it goes. But it's pretty important when it comes to the like low mids and mids of sound design, because I usually don't put enough of those in there. Basically, because it's hard without sending too much. So just going back on my vintage verb and adding them in that way just kind of sometimes helps quickly
Yeah.
get me a little more bottom end. But
Since we're on the reverb thing,
yes,
have you guys ever? Well, I'm sure you have, but I've been hyped on the Fab Pro R because you get to use 2 different filters on it, like one for the decay time, for whatever frequency you want to
Same
decay
thing.
longer, and it is the same thing,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Mhm. It's the tank.
pre and post. Yeah,
Yeah, and that's Fab Pro R like made me like realize that in a different way.
Mhm.
So it's kind of like a good little like starter kind of thing until you really want to fine tune it.
yeah. Except for that Fab Pro R is expensive.
It is.
It is expensive.
Yeah.
How did you
Yeah.
pay for that?
Crypto
Yeah,
investments,
crypto.
dog.
Audius.
Yeah,
Go
Audius
ahead and
coin.
Yeah.
shout out Mona Lisa Hamilton on Audius. Go ahead and give them a follow.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
They're just crazy lo-fi guys. They're crushing it.
Crazy.
They're slaying it. No one knows who they are,
I don't know.
you know, but they're killing it.
They are killing it.
They make beats, yo.
I hear
Check
they're
that
working,
shit out.
It's a funny name.
It is a funny name.
It is.
I hear they're working on a on like a lo-fi trance
Are they?
style
Yeah.
thing. I don't know what it is, but it seems crazy.
Is it maybe one of those Sand Apocalypse remixes or like
something like that?
Sand
or like
Tornado,
or like
Tornado Sand,
Dirt Winter? I don't-
Dirt Winter,
I
or
don't-
something?
Yeah, something like that.
It's a song people would know, but like I can't remember. off the
Yeah, I
top of
can't
my head.
remember. I wasn't born in the. I was born in '97, so I don't know.
You were
Yeah.
born in '97.
Yeah.
Holy
We're
shit!
97.
So is he.
Yeah, it was.
So
yeah.
is he.
I'm so young. I was
We're-
born in '99.
We're
you
late
were born-
1900s
you,
kids.
You both were born in 1999.
You're slightly older than my brother.
I'm a '90s
Wow.
kid.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I know, right? My brother's 21.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Reverb.
Reverb.
Reverb. Wait, what did you want to ask as a second thing to Reverb?
He was talking about Pro R.
Did I have a
Oh,
second
that's
thing?
right. That's right.
Yes.
That's what he was talking about. All
I
right,
did
man,
talk about
got-
Pro R.
I
Can't
got
afford that shit.
Pro R
derailed.
is so dope. That's okay, dude. Sometimes you
got-
get sand derailed.
Sand derailed.
Derailed.
Whoa. Slow down. Give it away.
Grab the wall, you know.
Grab the wall?
It's a song, right?
Oh, I don't know. Is it?
By sand derailed?
Yeah.
By Sand Derailed. Interesting
What?
song.
Oh yeah. Got it.
Yeah.
Wow.
No,
Okay, guys.
Fab Pro R parallel double planks. We're
Yeah,
on a
yeah.
good start. Yeah.
Big shout out.
I have been very hyped on the Pro R. It's been making me think about Reverb differently. And it's
Yeah.
something you always talked about for me, whereas like you would do the parallel and like cut out certain frequencies for your reverb and like boost others. And I was always like, oh cool, that makes sense, but I never like really understood why that was a beautiful thing. And like now I'm starting to get it more. So it's
Yeah,
cool.
a lot of the time it's just cutting like 2 and 3K a little bit before the reverb or whatever,
Yeah.
just to pull out that like presence zone
Right.
Yeah.
so it's not hogging space.
Yeah.
Shit like that. It specific to whatever you're putting in there, obviously.
Definitely.
Correct.
And if you're trying to like influence the dry sound, because you can definitely go on like an experimental route where you just make the EQ fucking insane and it's like boosting
Sure.
and fucking fomenting and weird shit, which I've tried and I can't really make it sound like that cool. But I feel like maybe there's like potential to like
There's got to be a way.
there's got to be a way.
There's gotta
yeah.
be a way, yeah.
To have like a slapback formenty. Like imagine like I'm really into like squishy sounds. What if I had like the squishy reverb slapback that's even more formenty than the dry sound?
Where did the interest in
Good luck.
slapback reverb come from? Was it just a random thought or like
No, it's definitely been like a development over the past couple years. Like
this is something I
here a
don't
little
really
bit.
think about very much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Well, now you
especially not in
can.
like electronic music. It's pretty heavy in like old bands. The bassist a lot of time would use slapback delay.
Makes me think of like
I
Western.
fucking hate.
It sounds
but-
like reminds me of like Western soundtracks, like the slapback kind of like.
Yeah, especially
Is that a
on like
thing?
a Telecaster.
Westerns?
Oh,
the
yeah.
twang,
Yeah, like the-
100%.
Twangy, like tremolo kind of guitar sound. Yeah, for sure. What do
Yeah.
they use in Western soundtracks and surf music as
The
well?
slapbacks,
Wow.
yeah.
Slapback for sure.
Still gross.
Oh, I love surf music.
I
and
mean, you
You
Western
don't like
music.
surf music?
No, surf music's fine. Just like I don't need to hear it. You know?
Okay,
Fine.
yeah, I love it. I
But
love it.
when it comes to slapback delays, I like thinking about them in the electronic universe.
Yeah.
And they
and how
aren't
you- and
frequently
how you could use
used.
them.
Or I guess I don't hear them very
I
often.
mean, one way that would be kind of cool is if you had like a send and you want to make it sound like it's going through a Grand Canyon or something. You have like,
Yeah.
and it's at that point it's a pre-delay. You know, you have it hit. You know.
oh, you're sending
like it's-
through a canyon.
and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
huge. So the slapback
Yeah.
is just the sound coming off the canyon wall back at you.
And it's like what, like
Which is, at that
300
point-
milliseseconds late, like
Right.
something insane.
Right,
Yeah,
but it's,
yeah.
at that point it's basically just delay.
be a good like
Yeah.
intro piece or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, some,
Or middle of a song.
yeah,
Middle
for
of a
sure.
song.
Everything empties for one send. It just
Yeah, that would be sick.
That'd be sick.
And like I talked about like fucking 4 episodes ago or whatever, but I have to bring it up again because it was so cool.
Yeah.
At the Tipper show,
uh-huh.
Tipper did this thing where he did it almost exactly what you're talking about, where he did the build up and everything. And on the drop, he just sent one kick into the crowd. And it just fucking echoed through Red Rocks and like gave this whole spacious kind of thing. And then he paused and then it went into the drop, and it was just like it just like
That's
that
really
that
smart.
space
That's
just
really smart.
That's why I want to see techno, like hard techno at Red Rocks.
Oh.
Because it would just be a reverb mess. Just so much.
Absolutely.
Because the kick drums are already reverbed. So it's
Are they really?
Do they really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So you have the techno rumble.
Wow. Even the low end? Like they just let it
Yeah, no, the whole thing with like starting a techno track is you start with a kick and then you send it paralleled into a reverb and you start fucking with that reverb till it makes like a rumbly undertone that sits underneath the kick.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty specific to techno. But that at Red Rocks would get out of
be
control.
sick.
Like you'd have to have such a tight mix or it's just sounding like flimsy butt cheeks the whole
Oh,
time.
it's gonna sound muddy.
Good.
Yeah, you got to have it
Good.
like super clean, which makes sense why techno's never really been played at Red Rocks.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I
I'm
wonder.
connecting the dots now.
Techno's coming back though.
Oh, it's never gone away.
It's never gone away.
It's always in the underground.
Yeah.
The underground.
The underground.
The underground.
It's like
Where's that?
vaporwave.
Just like kind of like vaporwave,
Yeah.
except for when you played the show. Oh, excuse me, sir. Sorry.
Vaporwave.
Are you
Yeah.
hit someone in the crowd?
Yeah.
Surprisingly, these folks are really respectful right now, though. Like they're
Yeah.
being real quiet. They're nice and
Yeah.
still.
Yeah.
They're
You
waiting
know?
for me to come back.
Yeah, they are. You're. I think you left a song on loop
Yeah.
on the
You
decks.
did.
But
That's okay.
They're starting to get irritated.
Good.
He's just teasing him.
Especially this guy right here. He looks very upset.
Yeah, honestly, fuck
Good.
that guy.
Not
Good.
this guy
Fuck
though.
that guy.
High five.
Yep. No, he's
Yeah.
super stoked.
Yeah, that
no,
dude's
he's-
chill. I
he's
talked
not
to him
ready.
earlier.
And the guy right to your right, David. That guy's stoked. Yeah, he's super happy.
Mm.
I mean, how could you not be happy with this ball?
Yeah, look at that giant ball.
Mission
It's a giant
Ballroom,
disco.
dude.
Yeah,
Mission
Mission
Ballroom.
Ballroom.
Yeah, I got to headline Mission Ballroom with Vaporwave.
Yeah.
There's been
You are
Yeah,
headlining.
the-
Yeah, this is just
Mission
the
Ballroom.
third
There's, like-
intermission.
Right.
Slowed down Third Eye Blind.
the amount of people, the way that people think about Vaporwave. It's like, oh, right, I'm
No, you're good.
here.
You're good.
It's okay. It's hard to
Um,
get used to.
There hasn't been many shows for that
That's
particular
true.
genre. There's a label called 100% Electronica that does Vaporwave shows, but most people won't play that shit on
Yeah, I wonder where that stuff gets played.
Yeah.
Spotify.
Spotify. Yeah, it's like lo-fi.
The internet.
It's like lo-fi. Simpsons Wave. Have you ever heard of that shit?
VR
at some
chat.
shit brunch
Simpson wave.
somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yikes.
No, no.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you
it
think
is.
Vaporwave is brunch music?
To some people,
I
maybe.
don't know what it is.
Oh yeah, you don't know it, but it probably could be brunch
It,
music.
it,
I
could,
guess,
it,
yeah.
could, it could be brunch music.
Sounds like some
I feel
hipster
like
shit to me.
It's some hipster shit for sure.
Young,
Yeah.
young,
Brunch.
young
Brunch.
hipster.
Brunch. Yeah.
Young hipster.
Am I a
Yeah.
hipster?
Brunch
Yeah.
is hipster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or white woman,
Yeah.
which not much of a difference.
Yeah. Basic.
I feel like vaporwave could go over well at like a VR chat club.
And it's funny you say that because the label that I'm talking about does VR streams.
Nice. Are they on VR chat? Like, what's their?
They're
what's
on.
their club?
They do it on YouTube, and they do it on Twitch. But with Twitch you can't really do VR stuff. But on YouTube you can do it fully VR, and like you can.
Where do they
chat.
host though? Do they host on like Minecraft or?
No, they
like
do it
what-
on YouTube.
You can do
Right, but
like
you-
VR YouTube.
But YouTube's not a program.
No, I don't know what program they use.
okay, yeah,
I'm
they
not sure what
stream
program
on
they stream on
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not sure what they use.
Interesting. I want to know
Yeah.
because I want to know all about all those VR.
Yeah, the VR thing. Yeah.
That shit's so cool.
That's so cool.
There's this Discord I'm a part of, Loner. Shout out Loner Nightclub on VR chat.
Shouts.
They'll Twitch stream it too, and
Mm.
it's just there's maybe 20 to 30 people in there, but they're all like anime chicks,
Yeah.
and it's just,
Yeah.
and it's just crazy techno the whole time. I'm like,
Yeah.
low key kind of cool.
Yeah.
Kind of want to play here. I don't know what this is, but I
I
kind of
know,
want to
right?
play here.
I mean, the VR spaces ever since COVID have seen much more.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Appealing.
especially because like some of them, I'll get notifications at like 10 o'clock in the morning. And it's like 3 o'clock in the morning in Japan, and they're going hard. you know?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay, I guess I'll just hop into this stream real quick.
Right?
And
Yeah.
it's just doom, doom, doom. doom, and it's a bunch of anime
Everyone's
girls and like
hyped.
kitty cats and shit.
Yeah.
Fucking dancing
Sick.
all
Furries
awkwardly.
everywhere.
Furries.
Yeah, but they're
Mhm.
all digital, so it's
Digital
like
furries, yeah.
slightly worse because like some people are like glitchy, but then also cool because some guys are like tall, some people are short. There's like weird neon lights floating in the air because they can. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's VR.
Yeah.
It's just fucking cool as shit.
Yeah. It's the
Fucking
future.
rad.
It's the future of live
Dude.
shows.
Yeah. VR just
It's a future for sure.
Somebody
a
asked,
future.
what's
I think it is the
your
future.
favorite hentai?
What's my favorite hentai?
Oh.
Oh, we got a homie in the chat. What's up, homie in chat?
What's up? And her sin. Maybe make a new name, my guy.
What is that?
I don't
It's
know.
Aaron, eh? It's got to be.
What's your favorite hentai?
Yeah.
I know who that is.
Hentai Babes 2016.
Either that or
It's
Mom.
fucking sick.
One of the
Hentai
two.
Babes 2016 is the best compilation.
I
Not
don't
only
know.
compilation, but art piece.
Art piece.
That's fair.
That's a strong word for hentai. No,
Um,
just kidding.
Yeah.
art.
500-pound
It's art.
Asian hentai. It's pretty good.
800 pound?
800-pound Asian hentai.
Hell yeah.
Very good.
Anything.
What
you know.
is 800 pounds?
A
Is
lot.
the person, or are they just like,
The
happens to
person.
be like 800 pounds of hamburgers next to them? Or is it just like,
I guess it could go a lot of directions.
it can go?
The one I
on
meant to
there?
though is 800-pound people though. Yeah.
Wow.
Hentai Babes.
Just smother you.
Those are called.
Smother me. Smother me, mommy.
Wow.
Sorry, mom.
Some kiki stuff right there.
As you're dying.
Exactly.
Sick.
Yeah.
LMAO.
Huge. Shout out Anderson.
Anderson.
Anderson. Let's go.
Yep. I like the two ends on Sin. Shout out.
Sick.
What was the other? Oh, movement.
Yes. We were talking about
We were
movement.
talking about movement.
I bet,
Did we talk about movement?
No, we haven't talked about it
No,
yet.
we haven't talked about it.
I've had a obsession with, just because it's more of a recent discovery, which is
Sure.
using LFOs constantly.
Right.
Just like
specifically on filters and things like that, right? To like add movement to your pads or whatever the hell.
especially it's changed. Yeah, it's changed the way it's sound design for sure.
Oh, good. Yeah, yeah.
Because I remember hearing, I don't know if you know who Home is. He's like a synthwave.
Just HOME.
Yeah, they made Resonance. It's like
Oh,
a,
yes.
yeah. Yeah, like I remember hearing that song, and like throughout the song, it's just filtering in
Yeah,
and
it's
out.
all sweepy.
Yeah, and there's no like it just changes so often, and I was like, how do you do that? So then like Austin showed me like the Ableton preset. There's like an LFO plugin that you can like route to.
Right.
Like usually I do it to like the decay, or,
Right.
like the the frequency or whatever,
Right,
and then
or
it's just
anything.
constantly,
Yep,
you know,
yep.
and it just makes adding more movement to your stuff just makes it immediately sound
it's
better.
huge. It's huge. You ready for me to blow your mind?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Blow our mind. Yo, live audience, you want your mind blown? Yeah, they want their mind blown.
Because it's happening.
Let's go.
So let's quickly
Back to Bitwig.
back to Bitwig. I'm blowing your mind because it's in Bitwig.
Oh shit, that's why. Are you gonna automate it? Wait.
We need to find a pad. That's not a pad.
Oh,
That's a good pad. Yeah.
Can't find the sample.
Oh, that's sick.
That works.
If you got to use that. That's fucking
So-
sick.
We have this going.
It's like pre-sidechained. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, which is not good.
Yeah.
I would chop this up and throw it through a bunch of shit.
Yeah, I
if-
would
if
chop
was
it up
gonna
too.
Use it ever.
Put it in Ableton's simpler.
Oh.
Simpler.
So we'll put a filter on here. Don't worry, everything looks different, but it's all the same.
Yeah.
So we'll add a
that's
little bit
fun.
of fun movement with Bitwig. I click this little plus button, and then wherever my cursor is, I type LFO, and just like that.
Oh shit, that's sick. Oh,
Just like a little bit. And another thing I would do here is maybe add a random. So this is similar to an LFO, but it's just random.
oh, that's sick.
Which you can do with the Ableton LFO.
And I'm just gonna set
Yeah.
it. I'm just gonna set it to the filter type. So it's just changing between band pass, high pass, low pass.
Oh, that's
Oh,
sick.
that's interesting.
That's really
Add
cool.
complete random, and I'll make it smooth. Oh wait, don't. You can affect itself.
Right.
There we go.
It doesn't like switching between them a whole lot.
Yeah.
It lets you, but it clicks every time. Yeah, if I was doing
it's
like
better if you go slower,
for
but
that,
it's still kind of
if I was doing that, I would have it doing a hard change.
right.
Slowly, just every once in a while,
Yeah.
it does a hard change.
I try to like not do it too often, or at least maybe like every four bars.
I mean,
bars.
when it comes to movement on that, coming to do whatever
Yeah.
feels
as
good.
much as you want.
He's talking about on these, changing it from high pass to low pass because it clicks.
Oh yeah. You got to be
You get the
careful of
weird
that. For
DC
sure.
offset.
I'm just saying, yeah, instead of having like the smooth random curve to where it's like slowly going between things, you
right,
just
right.
have it every like second, it does a switch, and then it does a switch,
Makes
and
sense.
then it does a switch. That way you get like a bunch of random different ideas that are kind of solidly there per
Wherever you got
idea.
the sample is
So,
fucking, the sample's fucking sick.
This time,
Also,
the
filtering,
LFO,
yeah.
the LFO now is on the filter cutoff, but the random is also on the filter cutoff. So the random is telling it to like sweep around this area, sweep around this area, sweep around this area, sweep around this area. Kind of going all over the place, just to give just more movement. You could do. That way you get some of the changes, but overall the whole thing is kind of mellowed out. But it's it's still moving all over the place,
That's sick.
which is sick already.
I really like. Oh damn.
Yeah.
But yes, you are correct. The LFO on the filter move is huge, and just taking that, excuse me, idea further and doing it with a bunch of things.
Yeah.
So throwing an LFO on how wide the pad is, or
Like we
where
did
it's-
all that with us just standing right above.
Yeah, of course,
the
right,
things.
right above it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all right, folks.
Yeah, you guys don't need to see any of that.
Yeah, here you go.
Words.
Yeah.
But doing that and like putting it on the panning of a sound, so the sound is kind of
Yeah.
randomly panning all over the place, or doing it on its semitones,
Decay,
very
like he was
minorly.
saying on the synth sound.
Yep, on decays.
You could do like the gain of a bell.
Yep, so it's like belling up a
EQ.
little bit every once in a while.
Yeah, where it's like going up and down and dipping and going up.
What I've been learning recently, it seems
Moving.
like, excuse me, with
Your
production, because I even like it's that kind of concept started out for me by using like when I first started, I would use like just one hi-hat sample for like when you're making a beat, you just use one hi-hat sample and you just go through it. But then you realize you can use 4 or 5
Right.
or as many hi-hat samples as long as they sound kind of in a similar space. And then like that movement or like that slight variation creates so much more.
Yeah. And then you take all those hats and add a filter to them, or add a parallel processing reverb to them that's
Yes.
automated, or like whatever.
Yeah, like that idea of movement is so important in whatever you're doing in music. It's especially with production. I feel like
Oh my god, yeah.
yeah, it's so important.
It's
Just
so
like
key.
that slight,
Yeah.
modulation of that slight thing could
And
make a
it's-
huge difference.
Yeah, totally. And it's weird with movement because like you can just keep going. You can add more filters and more blah blah blahs and more just ways to process
I mean,
the sound.
you could just duplicate this bad boy,
Those are fun.
turn him into. Where is he? Is that him? No, it's a different one. I haven't used this EQ enough.
I love the colors of the EQ.
Yeah.
How do I
Beautiful.
grab the guy I already put down here?
Bottom left, just change it to 1.
Oh, okay. I've not used this.
I
thing
don't
enough.
know where it's maybe because it's so down low
Yeah.
you can't see it anymore. Yeah.
But this is what I was looking for.
Oh.
Just do some weird. Is that the gain for the whole thing?
yes. The gain for the actual thing is at the bottom. That's your cue.
Can't read them. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. Man, we're making a rap beat up in here, guys.
Yeah.
Good.
Make a movement in your tracks.
Oh,
It's essential to living a healthy life. Don't forget to get vaccinated
Dave's a beatboxer. Yeah.
or whatever the kids are
Oh
doing
yeah, I
these
got the
days.
beatboxes.
You have all those
Boom,
beatboxes.
boom, tap, boom,
He
boom,
is
boom,
full
boom,
of
boom, chap, boom, boom,
beatboxers,
boom,
dude.
boom,
Yeah.
chim, chap, boom, 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 chim, chap.
Yeah.
Buddha, Buddha, ching, ching, chap.
You see these people? They're fucking loving
Yeah,
it.
these
Yeah,
people
they
are
love
down.
it. They love it. Hey, high five.
Fuck yeah. Dude, next week Dave is doing a beatbox set. He's only doing beatboxes.
Here at
Next
Mission
week,
Ballroom.
Mission Ballroom. It's gonna be sick.
right.
It's one of my favorite things in the world, beatboxing.
Beatboxing. Everybody loves to pay at least $70 to $80 to watch somebody beatbox. For
Oh my god, yeah.
Of course.
2 hours.
On
All
giant
those
speakers.
people who are really good at beatboxing got to make a
hours.
living somehow.
They got to make a living.
Right.
They're playing somewhere.
Yeah.
Are they?
No, probably not.
No, I mean, kind of.
Are they?
Most of them are. Yeah. No, but I've definitely seen videos of
Name
like
a
people
famous
who are,
beatboxer.
That's the question.
Yeah. no,
That's
I
a good
can't.
question.
Easy.
I know
Da, da, da.
one guy. I can't name him though.
Um,
I could look him up on Instagram. Real
no,
quick.
Reggie
Not that it
Watts.
matters.
Reggie Watts.
Reggie
Yeah.
Watts, I was just because
Oh no, he's
the
a
other
good
one.
one.
Fucking.
No, there's one more. There's one dude who's like the dude. I know. There is Caleb. Don't you give me that face. There's one guy who's like the guy at beatboxing, and he has like fucking like almost 1 million on Instagram, and I can't
Jesus.
fucking think of his name.
I don't know who he is.
I don't know if 1 million on Instagram pays rent or not.
I don't know either.
I don't think you get streaming revenue from that shit.
Dang.
Well, he's doing better than us. So
Yes,
Is
he
he?
is.
Is he?
You heard it here, guys.
Look at
Party
the-
B is all
look at
about
the
the money,
venue we're at
not
right
the
now.
Currently?
artistry.
I don't know. He might not know how to hammer a nail.
it's fair.
You
That's
know?
fair.
Do you really need
Yeah.
to know if you can just hire people because you're making so much money from your beatboxing
TikToks.
or
Mhm.
TikToks?
Yeah, I was gonna say, how you making money off your beatbox?
Right. I'm wondering where the money's
I don't
coming
know.
from.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying
I
to
would
figure
like.
out.
don't know.
I like the idea of somebody listening to a beatbox record, like just sitting. With
I like the
headphones.
idea of it too.
Sitting
Yeah,
there
like
and
just sitting
enjoying
there.
themselves some
Ah.
mouth noises.
Yeah,
Oh.
just mouth noises. Like that's.
I'll give you
all-
some beatboxing.
Like an album that's just like an hour of just
Yeah,
beatboxing.
how-
I can't imagine.
I
that.
can't imagine it either.
Sounds horrible.
Sample
Listen.
that Cohen sound.
You beatboxers, we love you.
Oh,
Jeff.
I found
Jeff
him.
the Box. I went to high school with you, my guy. You're one of the best beatboxers I know, but I don't know how viable of a career it is.
I don't either.
It's not.
Maybe it's not a career though. Maybe it's just like their jam. And
That's
it's
what
like-
everyone said about gaming 10 years ago, though. So
Oh,
you never
there's
know.
another one. Have
That's
any of you got the plugin Mind Goblin? Somebody else. Oh, that's
Mind-
That
Anderson.
sounds like a joke. This is sounding like a
Mind
joke.
Goblin.
Was that
Mind
Anderson?
Goblin?
Let's
Yes,
go,
yeah.
Anderson.
Nope.
Mind Goblin.
Mind
That sounds like a
Goblin.
sick plugin.
I would
though.
love that. No, I don't.
Or it sounds fake.
Or is that,
Probably
no,
fake,
it's
yeah.
definitely fake for sure. But it's
What do you mind?
What would
Sick.
Mind Goblin do?
Mind Goblin is like a Freak Show Industries one.
Yeah, that's
for
true.
sure. It's like I don't even.
But what is
would
it?
be?
Is it a delay?
It's a delay for like a weird grain delay
It's
that
a-
like fucking.
It's a delay
fuzzes
that
out.
blows you.
Min's
Get head while you
Goblin
tweak your delay.
These nuts. Min's Goblin these nuts. I don't.
Bravo. That one felt like a comment
If-
from my brother.
It felt a little.
My
Nah.
mom doesn't know what a plug-in is.
Felt a
so
little short.
that's
with
my
the,
brother
It
right
did,
there.
Yeah.
Did your mom ask about the hentai?
Yeah.
Let's block these
No,
people.
that also sounds like my brother. My mom doesn't know what hentai is.
Mind Goblin.
Mind Goblin these nuts. Depends on the nuts. Are they almonds?
Oh,
Did you
I
just
get
now
it.
get it?
I still don't get
yeah.
it. I still
Oh.
don't get
I
it.
didn't hear. Yeah.
Mind Goblin these nuts. He texted right
Oh, okay, I get it.
there. Yep, there you go.
Wow.
All right.
Yep. Oh, shut down.
Wow, it lasts
just
for a
keeps
really
going.
long time.
Wow, yeah, it's impressively long.
All right.
Oh no. Hold on.
What an amazing episode we
Wow, we
we
have
got
so
here for
many
you
little
guys
bits
today.
going on here. Ha ha ha, bro. I agree with you, man.
It's funny.
I agree with you.
I liked it.
Mind Goblin.
Yeah. So, folks, don't forget to add movement to your tracks.
Add
Yes.
movement.
It's very essential.
Also, the other thing I've been playing with a lot is auto filter. I've been really enjoying that for some reason because the LFO on that,
yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
Right. If you switch to Bitwig, everything has an LFO like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually,
Ableton has an LFO like that though.
yeah, but does
Yeah.
it have 400
It works better too.
Sure, if you wanted
Yeah.
to, if your computer can handle it.
on everything?
Sure. Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
you understand what I'm talking about.
Am I not adding an
No,
LFO
if you had
to anything?
100 LFOs, your chain would be so long you'd have to scroll down it
That's true.
the entire time.
Does Bitwig consolidate it in a weird way?
I just showed you.
Of course it does.
Oh, great.
Did he-
Big wing.
Look, they're just right here. And I can just sit here.
Oh, you did show us that, but it's
And
kind
I
of
could
hard for
just-
me to like.
I could just sit here and duplicate LFOs until the day I die.
That's insane. Honestly, that's really
Actually,
sick.
you should give
Old
that
man
a shot.
Caleb.
See if you
Wow.
can just
How long are you
duplicate
gonna live? You
these
think?
Sure.
Yeah, let's
for the
find
Can
out.
you-
next,
can you
like,
control multiple?
60 years.
Can you like duplicate like 10 at the same time though?
I was actually joking about.
Oh,
trying.
wow. If you shift click, it opens all of those
Oh
ones
my
you just
God.
shift clicked.
Jesus fuck.
Wow.
So, like, what is there out? The other thing the one thing I was curious about Bitwig is like, I like using Operator on Ableton. What is their equivalent to something like
Oh.
Operator? Like, what are their software synths?
Yeah. What
Are
is
they
the
good?
operator
Are
of
they good?
Bitwig?
Really good.
They're
I'm
okay.
sure they're fine. They know how to
Yeah.
make a
They're
synth.
They're super good.
Yeah, I was just
synth
interested.
is
Like,
an
if I wanted
easy
like an
thing to
FM
make.
synth or something.
So
Organ, huh?
you have an organ?
Okay.
Never fucked with that before.
Can I get more of a G sharp diminished, Caleb?
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, I like that. But with a flat
Oh,
five.
Oh, look at you go.
Flat
and then
five.
here's
He
phase
pretends
4.
to hit it.
Yeah, yeah. 100%.
The illusion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Phase-
got you. It's just like a shitty sounding chord. Oh my god,
Jazz
So-
had me
chords.
tickled in the moment. This is my favorite part of the whole podcast today.
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful. G diminished.
Oh
G
yeah.
sharp
Anderson
diminished.
said,
G
"Haha,
sharp,
bro, it's definitely my brother."
No, I
Yeah.
wouldn't say that.
Yo, Aaron.
So phase 4.
Hey, dude.
Phase 4 is the operator.
Yes, but you can FM
It looks so weird
in
though.
a really fun way. It's just here's oscillator 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're just colored,
Oh.
and instead of operator where you're forced into several different output paths,
Yeah.
this one you kind of just make your own, because each oscillator also has these 4 smaller knobs, which is each individual oscillator coming that you can modulate back into it. So if we
Wait.
just have red on. So on B, Let's throw a saw wave to prove it's a saw wave.
You gotta turn the shape all the way up to get it to be saw.
It sounds
Shape.
like a sine wave to me.
There you go.
Dave, you have like Bitwig down. I'm so
He-
happy that
he's
you
just
just like
messed with
learned
these
it
more
just
than
like
me.
that.
I like the synthesizers. I use all the stock plugins a lot.
Sick.
Yeah. So if you wanted to do like a normal operator signal flow where it goes from D to C to B
Right.
to A, you could do that. You would just send C into the or D into C and then D into
B.
or C into
Right.
B, and
Et
you
cetera,
just
et cetera,
send
trickle
them
of the way down. Yeah.
the
So the
exact
same
same
thing as, like,
way.
you know the little
You just
four
do it
squares?
yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
That thing.
The routing, yeah.
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 You just
Yeah.
do that differently.
You just have to physically tell it, which is more awesome though, because you can be
Yes.
like, I want
Yeah.
20% of this one and 80% of this one.
Wow,
You
that's
get to
pretty-
and
control
5
it.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it has a
Goddamn.
global
Goddamn.
modulation knob as well, which is super
Interesting.
dope. It's on the left
And
at the bottom. There's your global modulation knob. So
Which it-
anything
it
that's
gives you this whole
FMing things gets modulation all the way up or down.
Can you program the global mod, or is it
Yeah.
just FM? Oh, Twitch for us, baby.
Ooh. Ooh.
So this is super operator basically.
It's better.
It's
yeah,
better,
it's
yeah.
definitely
it's,
better.
It's like operator times FM8, although FM8 I'm pretty sure is on steroids.
Okay.
There's also an
Right.
FM plugin in
we don't
here.
want steroids operator.
This is phase.
I mean, I'm
modulation.
okay with it.
Phase 4.
Oh, there's
What do they
Fate?
have for?
What?
Do they have an
Operators doing
equivalent?
phase modulation.
Do they
too.
have
It's
an
not
equivalent
FM.
to analog?
Really?
Those? So I like
Weird.
analog
I didn't
too. I
know
use that shit. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. The two oscillators. Yeah. Yeah.
This
Never mind. Yeah.
Polymer is really cool. What is the thing that's interesting about Polymer? It's got the sub oscillator at the bottom. It's fun having a synth that just has no sine waves. There's no sine wave
Yes.
on this.
I was gonna
which
say
is pretty
analog.
fun.
I was gonna say analog doesn't, but analog.
It
does
also
sine
has a wavetable in it where it says pulse at the top of the main oscillator.
Can you make?
Oh,
them
it does
bigger
have a
by
sine.
chance?
waves. No.
Okay, so that's one thing Bitwig can't do, and no DAW can do. So I don't
What?
blame anything. Just make the whole fucking bottom
yeah,
rack
you-
thing bigger.
Yeah, you
Why
can
does
make it bigger.
Can you?
Not that one. Yeah, there you go. Oh, this one.
Oh
This
God, what
one's
is that?
different.
Glorious is what it is.
It's a grid version
It's a grid
of the
version.
synth.
Oh my God, that's the same thing as like the what like Blender does. That's
I'm
the
pretty
next
sure
wave.
Polymer is
Yeah, that's sick.
just a grid one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
You gotta
Okay,
go
so can
to
God Bitwig? It's just better.
here.
Yeah.
Is it polysynth?
Not
Polysynth
better.
is like my
It just
favorite.
does more.
Doesn't
Yeah.
It's better.
It's
Yeah,
the.
here we go.
it's
So
like
here,
the MS Paint
you can
of
see-
DAWs.
Able-
No.
No, I'm just kidding.
Ableton? Yeah, you're right.
No.
No. Shut up. Shut
Gar-
up.
okay, we'll be real. GarageBand is the MS Paint.
GarageBand's the MS Paint.
MS
of
Paint
DAWs.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It-
is that it? That's diminished too, right?
You just
yeah, it's
started
Division 9.
dragging around random little things that are sitting there. It's fun. I don't even know what you're doing.
I don't even know either.
Oh, you're changing
Oh,
the
that's like-
shape
yeah.
and the pulse width.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So this
Fucking
plugin, what's
beautiful.
sick about this plugin, this synthesizer, is it has two oscillators, top and bottom, each with their own sub.
Oscillator 1,
Um,
Oscillator 2.
Separate oscillator thing.
and then it has a mix knob
That's cool.
that goes between the two, so you can do. So it's the 1 to 2 guy. So that's mixing between both right now because we have it set to mix mode, which is right above that knob. All those are other different algorithms on how it the two oscillators influence each other. So
Join
like
up, yeah.
some of them it'll like add the one signal to the other in some kind of additive fashion.
Okay.
It does all sorts of different algorithms for mixing them together. And then it also has a really good distortion for the filter, which is 2 knobs to the right of where you were just hovering. Yeah, that one. Which makes the filter sound so sick.
It is like analog but better. Because like that's kind of the concept of analog.
Ableton's analog?
Ableton's analog, yeah. Because Ableton's analog has 2 oscillators, but this one.
Yeah, it's true.
Filter.
This one is.
I feel
Well,
you
and
on that.
I make a lot of synthwave,
Synthwave.
so I end up using analog.
That's
a lot.
drive.
Yeah.
The one
sounds
above
good.
it is affecting the filter.
Yeah, it's filter oscillator FM.
Right.
Oh, and it FMs, which analog does not do.
The filter.
Boo.
It does not.
If your synth doesn't FM, it's a fucking Stone Age synth.
Even though I pretty much use synths like Stone Age synths.
A little wet.
Yeah. That's fair. Stone Age is cool.
Yeah.
Stone Age was a good time. Right.
Oscillators.
Oscillators.
Take that,
I use
Tipper.
basic waveforms, which makes Austin angry.
It destroys me.
Yeah, I love it.
Basic waveforms are beautiful, but there's more out there.
Oh, there absolutely is.
You can't get a guitar with a basic waveform.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
You can't get
Give me
a
that.
tone like this with a guitar.
That's true too, and that's why waveforms
That's
are
true.
sick.
That's
Yeah, what
cool.
even?
Excuse me.
What do you?
Who would
Like bad one.
Who would play guitar if you could get Bitwig?
Kevin Parker. That's about it. No one else.
Who?
Tame Impala.
Damn,
Oh,
Paula.
okay.
You know,
Okay, wait. So
Spider
I
Myth, the legend.
Dave, you said something, and this may be a very stupid thing, but I have been
is.
thinking about it a little bit. So all synthesis and Caleb.
All synthesis and me.
And me. You
All
said,
synthesis
you said me
and
too.
Caleb.
You
Cheers.
said me too.
Sentence
'Cause
isn't
I'm
over
a
Put
yet.
your opinion
genius.
in, AC. Okay, so every synthesizer is based off additive synthesis. You add harmonics to the fundamental.
Not everyone, but yes, most.
Is there not everyone? Okay, so
Yeah.
maybe you'll answer my question. Is there a synthesizer that does like reverse harmonics?
Subtractive synthesis?
No, that's subtractive because that's taking
Just-
away
just
harmonics from the
reverse harmony.
fundamental. Reverse. So let's say you have a fundamental at like 500 hertz, and it makes harmonics down instead of up.
Oh, I see. See what you mean.
Would that
I
be
mean,
beneficial? Would
if
that be
you-
even cool? Is that a thing that even makes sense?
If you modulate something with a lower pitch tone, it will do that.
Yeah.
That would be one way to achieve that
Modu-
sort of a thing.
How would you modulate it? What do you mean by that?
Like this. Hang on, folks. I'll pull this back in.
Pull us in, Caleb. We're outside of the shuttle in space right now, and he's
So
reeling us
here's-
into the.
Here's face plant.
Spaceship impression.
So this will be 2. And we'll modulate it with. Is that gonna work?
If you do it with a sine wave, you'll be able to tell more.
Yeah, you're right.
Wait. Okay, so I'm still
So-
newer to phase plant. You FM'd it from the second thingy to the first one to
Yes.
the phase.
That is a
Did you go
lower note
down?
at the bottom,
Okay.
Yeah, this is a lower note. This
This
is
is-
up 3 octaves.
or an octave in another, like fifth or something like that. Harmonics.
yeah, I guess
it
you're
works
right.
like operator works
Okay. Yeah.
with the multiplication. But yeah, if you like scroll up so we can actually see that waveform, and then
Right.
try and think of it as like the shape of that other waveform right there. You're basically shaping it into that bigger. Yeah, you can kind of see it.
I see what you're saying. That's still almost in my eyes a version of additive synthesis, though.
Sure.
Because you're still taking
adding-
a lower harmonic and combining it with a higher one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would
And I
there be
guess-
an advantage to reverse synthesis?
That's kind of what I'm asking.
Oh.
There
Well,
might
it's still
not be.
it's still additive though, because you're
Reverse
still
synthesis.
adding harmonics. They're just
You're adding a
lower.
negative instead of
just
a positive.
I don't think this whatever you're talking about exists.
It
I don't-
doesn't, and I
Yeah.
feel like it should.
I don't think you're saying
is
it
it,
correctly
though.
either.
No, it's not though. It's this is different because you're taking a lower harmonic and combining it with a higher harmonic, which is basically what phase modulation is, right?
right,
It's
but
being
what,
phase.
but what you're
modulated,
talking
yes.
about is also phase modulation. You're still
Is
adding
it?
things just because they're below the one you're adding doesn't mean it's not adding.
Okay.
You're still adding them.
Okay.
You know, there's more
reverse.
There's
you
more
wanna-
frequencies after than there were before. Are there not? Just because they're below them.
I guess you are. It's definitely additive. Yeah, it's
Of
like
some kind.
negative, additive, reverse additive, whatever.
I'm not
So I
trying
guess
to
it is-
disprove you. I'm just trying to like
Yeah.
narrow it in on what we're trying to talk about here.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm sure you are right, and maybe I'm just don't understand it quite yet.
Or maybe
what
it's
you're
just a
trying
hard
to
thing
say.
to articulate what you're trying to get
Yeah.
across.
Well, it doesn't sound like you have a very fully formed idea to me.
No, the idea is reverse harmonic additive synthesis. So you did the
Reverse harmonic. What
Yes.
does reverse harmonic
So you want
mean?
to add it this direction.
you want to add it negatively instead of positively. Yes, you want to add it to the left
Just
instead of
down.
the right.
Well,
I
You
don't
wanna-
think negative.
It's not
positive is the right
negative.
way to yeah, it's not negative. It's
Okay.
just below.
Sure.
It's just below.
Below, above.
You're adding low
Negative would
harmonics.
just be taking it out.
Okay,
This
sure.
is me adding a negative harmonic. I'm just killing it with the negative version of itself.
Sure.
Um,
Additive. Okay, so it's subtract. No, it's not subtractive because
it's still
is already a
additive, but
thing.
it's just down here.
It's-
like
yeah,
keeping
it's
it
additive on the left side.
Right. So it's
But-
it's exactly what we just did.
But is it?
to a certain extent.
Oh yeah. Okay.
See, as he
Fuck.
adds it, it
Yeah, no,
brings
that's
low.
exactly.
Yeah.
What did you do again? So you took something lower and you phase modulated it
Yeah.
to the higher
so
one?
Here's our normal tone. We took a lower tone
Why does that do that?
and modulated it down.
Because it's shaping it to that shape.
To the lower one. Oh.
The slower form, it's causing it to go more toward that slower form. So then you get
Interesting.
more low tones.
Right. It's
Okay.
It's trying to inject this curve into this curve.
Right.
The bigger curve into the smaller one. Okay,
Right.
that makes perfect sense. Okay, so yeah, it's definitely already a thing. Cool. Good to know.
Yeah. You might be able to like ring mod with like a lower oscillator through like the sideband on that.
Sure.
Yeah.
And you could probably achieve a similar kind of thing that way. Trying to think of how you add lower end harmonics typically. I would usually just add the tone.
Yeah, exactly.
I tend to like to
it
build
is.
upwards.
Yeah, which is
Then
the
down.
foundation of what everyone does, right?
Yeah.
And that was the only reason I thought about it is like, oh, what if you did
Well, it'd
build
be the
down?
reverse,
And I guess
yeah.
it's
Yeah, you could do
basically
that.
the same thing. You know, it's like if you started with the super low waveform and added a higher one and phase modulated it, wouldn't it be, or FN'd it, it would be relatively the same.
Yeah, it'd be still additive.
Yeah.
Can you turn the phase modulation off so we can see if it adds low tones? Yeah. Kind of does, I guess.
What is happening now? What'd you add?
This is a ring mod
Oh, ring
on just
okay.
that second oscillator.
Okay.
Or wait. It's a ring mod using the second oscillator in order to I don't know how ring mods work exactly.
I don't know what a
Super-
ring mod
they're
is.
super
I don't
weird.
know either. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
fucking
gonna I was gonna pretend that I knew what that was, but that didn't make any sense to me.
No,
You-
don't do that. That's not how you learn.
It is.
No.
That's how I did it in school. I got
right.
I passed high school.
This has been a wonderful episode we've done here.
Yeah, we're killing it.
Oh, can I press another button?
I mean, I know you're being relatively sarcastic,
There
but it's
we go.
been fine.
No, I'm not being sarcastic at all. I'm just ready to be done. That's what I'm doing. I'm wrapping it up.
Oh,
Okay.
I gotta work.
you heard that, folks.
I gotta work in the morning, guys.
I'm an old man and I'm bored.
Wait.
That's
All
right.
right.
There's nobody here.
Okay,
Peeps,
wait.
come
Real-
in here.
real fast?
Make us go longer.
Make us go longer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Come into the chat and give us some questions
Give us all
that
your
are
feeling it.
interesting.
We're
Make
ready.
us keep going.
Is
If
it?
not, we're gonna call it.
Yeah. Fuck
Okay,
it.
Oh,
so-
we're still on.
We got lives.
So
to
real
live
fast.
outside.
In electronics, ring modulation is a signal processing function, an implementation of frequency mixing, not frequency modulation like FM, in which two signals are combined to yield an output signal.
Okay, so it's just like
So ring mod usually has some kind of a tone that
It's like-
you're basing the modulation off of.
right.
It's like a weird
Normally,
phasing thing.
right. The nice thing about phase plan is when it ring mods, you can tell it what it's ring modding from.
Mm-hmm.
Where in, say, Serum, is that where the other ring mod is? that I'm thinking
Yeah.
of?
Serum has ring mod.
Yeah, that's just basing it off of a sine wave, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's either sine
just a
wave
single
or
s-
like itself, perhaps.
Right,
Okay.
Could
but
be
it's a
the
single
incoming
cycle
signal.
Yeah.
because you can hear it
Oh, really?
modulating the volume up and down evenly,
Yeah.
which is why I don't use it that often unless I want a
Serum 2.
kind of thing.
It's,
But
get that.
yeah, come on, Duda.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the
are you
fuck,
doing?
Let's
Duda?
make those
Doo-doo.
ring mod.
Come on,
make that ring
doo-doo.
mod
Come on,
better,
doo doo.
Duda.
Ha.
Hurry the hell up, Duder.
Doo doo.
Okay, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you, crew, for joining us
We
tonight.
love you, folks.
Thank you, Anderson. Love you. Shouts out to both of you.
Follow my OnlyFans.
Thank you for coming on. If you're still here,
We will see
I
you
love you.
guys Tuesdays, 8:30 Mountain Standard Time, twitch.tv/always400.
yes. Also, this Saturday, I think we have to do the feedback thing because it's been like fucking 4 weeks now.
We might do it.
We might do it
Maybe
if
we'll
you're
do it.
lucky.
Stay tuned,
Yeah.
and maybe.
Hit us up Saturday. Maybe you'll get lucky.
Bye, folks.